Middleweight will meet in the Icon FC cage as the undefeated Torrez Finney squares off with Justin Dorsey. Live on UFC Fight Pass, this is Jorge Masvidal's Icon FC.
I am Justin Chocolate Rain Dorsey. I fight out of Greensboro, North Carolina. I got here as my coach, Kelly Anderson, was wonderful enough to hook me up with this great opportunity.
My name is Torrez Finney, and I got here from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I train out of Gogi Combatives. I've gotten into this game 2 years ago, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited for this opportunity, so I'm ready to go.
My opponent, Torrez Finney, appears to just be your run-of-the-mill, strong wrestler who's haymakers and takedowns. That's what seems to be offered. Nothing too complicated there, very straightforward.
Justin, he's a solid opponent. He's tough, he's gritty. He's more of an all-around fighter. He tries to strike, tries to wrestle, tries to grapple. But I just feel like I'm better in all areas.
I have confidence that I can outlast him. I'm not sure about the total number of his fights with amateur and professional, but I think I have more fight experience than him, and even if I don't, it's of no consequence. I'm gonna win this fight.
I can knock him out on the feet. I can sub him, ground and pound. I really believe once we get to the ground, you're in my world now. And it's not even having to get to the ground the moment I get my hands on you. I feel really confident against anybody in that cage. The moment I grab you, the moment my hands are locked together, you're in my world, and I'm excited. I'm actually really excited. I can't wait.
At 32 years old, Justin Dorsey just picked up the first pro win of his mixed martial arts career last month and hopes to do it again as we enter the month of August. He says, listen for the sounds of mop, mop. That's his combinations adding up, and he feels he can get that going against a very tough Torrez Finney. Looking at Dorsey, he started training because he got in his car one day, said he felt his love handles. Didn't like it. Decided to get into the gym, and slowly but surely, it's worked out for him to be an active professional fighter. Dorsey making the walk tonight. He's already surpassed his own expectations, and he says we've made a mistake by letting him into the Icon FC cage, and he wants to shine there and prove that he's a problem for anyone standing in his way.
He is an entrepreneur outside of the cage and is fully invested in his professional MMA career. TJ, he said he cried the day that he signed his very first fight contract because he wasn't sure that he could get in there and actually do this. And that is his reason for fighting. He's fighting to prove himself wrong and to fight past his own limits. The game plan for his fight tonight is to keep the fight standing. It's all about his ones and twos, and as you said, that mop, mop we'll hear tonight. He's prepared to strike and get back to his feet tonight because he believes his opponent will look to take him down.
And while he says you got to look out for his combinations, he also is pretty decent on the floor. Blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, said he fell in love with Jiu-Jitsu when he started training it, so we'll see what he can do there. He also said that he felt like he was kind of brought in to be the spoiler tonight. A lot of people expect his opponent, Torrez Finney, to keep his undefeated streak going, but he said he was just fine at coming into the Icon FC cage as an underdog, and underdogs, they can pull off big things.
Absolutely, TJ, and also, so his nickname, Chocolate Rain, he likes to swim, and he said that he likes to keep it moist was his words. And
his words,
and that his teammate is who gave him the name Chocolate Rain.
Well, we'll see if he can rain on the parade of the undefeated Torrez Finney tonight, as Justin Dorsey is inside the Icon FC cage. And now making the walk is his opponent, the undefeated pro at 2-0, the Punisher. Torrez Finney, 23 years old. He started wrestling in middle school. He wrestled collegiately at the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. Said wrestling and football, believe it or not, actually helped him in his MMA career. You don't think of stick and ball sports necessarily helping your combat sports career, but obviously football's a very physical game, and he said that physicality is something he's very comfortable with, and it carries over to combat sports.
I believe that. TJ, and I think that If there is any sport that could really help and benefit your MMA career, it is football. The way that they take down opponents and tackle is very similar to the way that we take people down inside the cage. You're usually standing up straight, and you're usually attacking a moving target. And Torrez said he is so happy to be here tonight to compete. He's looking forward to showing off his skill set. He said, TJ, you know, I loved what he told us yesterday. He said he's focused on himself because regardless of what the opponent brings, what skills they have, they still have to deal with him and his own skills. He's been playing football, like you said, since he was 4 years old and wrestling since the 7th grade. He trains full time and lives in the gym. He teaches the kids classes during the day, and he said he wants to make it very clear that this sport is his life. It's his obsession. He doesn't have a girlfriend. He doesn't have a job. This career means everything to him.
And you talk about being selfish. That is something that athletes really need to do, especially in this fight game. And when you can train full time and literally live in the gym, sometimes it's an opportunity you can't pass up. And for Torrez Finney, so far so good, 2-0 as a pro, and the 23-year-old hopes to pick up win number 3 tonight here in Savannah, Georgia. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape for this next fight here on UFC Fight Pass. 32 years old is Chocolate Rain Justin Dorsey, 9 years the elder of Torrez Finney. It is Dorsey that stands 3 inches taller. Both men have a 76-inch reach. For our official introductions of this middleweight meeting, here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set for our feature fight of the night. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the Icon middleweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Battle-Born Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and MMA. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight, 185.4 pounds. His pro record consists of 1 victory opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Greensboro, North Carolina, here is Justin Chocolate Rain Dorsey. And across the Icon cage, his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is a wrestler. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. His official weight, 186.7 pounds. He is undefeated inside the steel at 2-0. Representing Agoge Combatives, fighting out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Here is the undefeated Torrez, the Punisher, Finney. And our referee in charge of the action, Jimmy Neely.
Jimmy Neely getting this middleweight assignment. It is Justin Dorsey taking on the undefeated Torrez Finney. TJ DeSantis, Paul Gonzalez, live on UFC Fight Pass. Appreciate you joining us for Jorge Masvidal's Icon FC4. Finney in the tight white shorts, we'll call the board shorts of Justin Dorsey.
Oh, nice body shot. Dorsey doing a great job here at utilizing his lateral movement. Oh, geez.
Vertical movement there by Torrez Finney as he slams Dorsey down into the mat. Half guard here for Finney.
Finney looks strong.
Looks like the referee is going to jump in there. Maybe some question about the legality of the elbows. I'm not exactly sure what is going on here. There was a takedown, and we saw. So the referee brings in the doctor here. Doctor taking a look here. And, okay, so he's going to say that those elbows were to the back of the head. Very stern warning to Justin Dorsey. And we're going to get a restart here on the floor. Interesting, the referee took that drastic of an action to issue the warning. He must have thought that Finney was hurt worse than he was, but back underway here in half guard.
That was very interesting. Dorsey here needs to get an underhook here. He's grabbing around the head, but he's almost holding Finney in place. by doing this and grabbing over the head. He's got a fish for an underhook. He's doing a great job of being on one hip here and not allowing for Finney to keep him flat on the canvas. But he does need to get an underhook if he wants to get up.
Got that right arm of Dorsey isolated as Finney, so we'll see if he can try to attack now with his left hand.
And it's a fantastic control for this position for him. And look, he's creating some space here to land some big strikes.
Dorsey's done a good job at not taking a lot of punishment since being taken down here by Finney.
He's also doing a great job of not allowing for Finney to keep him flat. And that's a very detrimental when you're on the bottom, is being flat. And that's really when you can take damage and deal with a lot of big strikes. But he's doing a great job of staying on one side. Those are vicious strikes. Look how strong this young man is.
Really coming alive with the left hand here is Torrez Finney. Referee taking a look at it. That's a wrap.
Wow.
It is done. TKO, ref stoppage. Dorsey complaining, but they were all adding up. Torrez Finney gets the stoppage despite the resentment of Justin Dorsey, but again, the left hand, it was sort of a slow build to the storm of Torrez Finney, and man, when those left hands came, they came hard.
They were vicious. They were, and yes, you know, you can't complain. There were a lot of unanswered shots there. The ref doing a fantastic job of helping that fighter out and protecting the fighter from taking more damage than necessary.
And while maybe they weren't the most damaging compared to some other stoppages, it comes down to intelligent defense, and covering up isn't always intelligent defense. You got to move, you got to try to improve your position, and the referee didn't think that Dorsey was doing enough as far as improving. Walk us through some of the action.
Look at this huge takedown. I mean, this man is strong, did a fantastic job of getting this fight to the canvas, and as soon as he got this fight there, it was a one-sided fight here. He did a great job. He's got that far side wrist control and just raining big, vicious strikes.
If you look at the replay there's maybe 3 shots got through, but covering up again isn't always the best defense. Stoppage comes nonetheless. To make this one official, here's Jeff Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Jimmy Neely, steps in and calls a stop to this fight at 2 minutes into round number 1 for your winner by TKO and still undefeated, Torrez, the Punisher Finney.
The Punisher living up to his nickname tonight as he gets a TKO stoppage.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, Torrez Finney. What an incredible performance. Did you think that your grappling was going to be your moneymaker tonight?
Yes, I know my grappling's going to be my moneymaker, but the moneymaker for me is having my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for allowing me to come in here and do this stuff. You know, without him, I can't even do this. But man, you want to talk about moneymaker? I'm thanking my coaches, Go-Get Combatives, First Round for giving me the opportunity. I mean, all the people that have helped me up to this point. This is just a start. I've told people, I am coming. The Punisher is here.
The Punisher. Did you think that the referee stopped that fight a little early, or did you think that it was a necessary call?
Well, if you would have been right here listening, he said, I quit. He said, I'm done. And I kept punching. I don't stop punching until the referee gets me off. But I did hear him say, I'm done. So, hey, great stoppage. Another win in the book. This is not the end. I'm still here.
What's next for you?
You know what's next? Everybody that has already followed me already know what's next. And that is, but if you can smell what Torrez is cooking.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner.
Torrez Finney getting it done. Huge takedown. Brief stoppage due to some illegal elbows, but that did not stop the Punisher from punishing his way to a referee stoppage. He says that Justin Dorsey said, I quit. That's debatable. I don't know. I would have quit, but that's what happens when you're on the receiving end of the Punisher. Torrez Finney making all of those strikes count here in Savannah. The all-new original comedy series, The Nosebleed.